G'day, this is CC from Generation Wellness Global, and today we're doing something a bit different. So, I was processing a lot of my own triggers and things last night, and one of the things that's come up a lot lately is issues around believing that I'm enough. And, you know, there's nothing like getting on YouTube and sharing all of your deepest, darkest woundings, but you know, we all have this stuff, and that's why I share. You know, this is not something personal to me. This is something that everybody has negative beliefs about themselves, and this doesn't have to come from some grand gross trauma. This is just a normal part of what happens when we are born to imperfect parents, which, as much as we love them, none of them are perfect. And we, under the age of 7, we actually, our brains run more on theta waves, which is almost like a hypnotic state. So if you think about children under the age of 7, they've got no logic filters. They've got no way to discern or process the information that's coming at them. They just absorb it all. And so they can absorb it all in ways that are not necessarily correct, not necessarily true. And that can be the programming that drives your behavior for the rest of your life. So if there's something in there that needs addressing, a negative belief or fear that is not correct, it would be much better to actually deal with it. And one of the ones that I was blessed with was to believe that I'm not enough. Now, I think a lot of people can probably relate to that. You might have others around being unworthy of love, being unworthy of receiving good things, so many things. I'm trying to think, and my brain's just going somewhere else entirely. But so what I wanted to share was a visualization that I did, and I invite you to do this with me now if you like, or take what I'm sharing and just find some quiet time later to sit and do it however works for you. But I was let's just start. Let's just get comfortable and take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. If you don't want to do it now, you can feel free to listen or take some notes and do it later. But just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. So I want you to go back to you in childhood, and you'll be drawn to a particular age. You'll see a particular child. She might be toddling around, or she might be ready for school. He or she might be, an 8-year-old getting ready for school in the morning or getting ready for bed. And so you're just going to see that child, and they're trying to understand why they feel pain, why they feel unloved in that moment, why they feel that they're not enough. And I want you to just hold them, and you're going to have a conversation with them. And the thing is, none of us is perfect. But you can have a conversation with them that we are here to grow. and we're here to learn. And those weaknesses that we've been given, the brokenness that we've been given, that we feel is just makes us unlovable and unworthy of love, that's actually a gift, because those are the things that we are here to grow. Those are the things that we are here to be strengthened in. And so we've come here at this time to learn. And if we didn't have these gifts of weakness, if we didn't have this brokenness in us, there'd be no opportunity to be strengthened and to grow and to be refined. And then I want you to show that child a flower that's just in bud. And I just want you to look at it with them and show them this flower isn't fully developed. It isn't at the peak of its creation, but it's still enough, just as it is. It's not broken because it's just in bud and it's not fully developed. It's not lacking. It's just growing and developing. And you're going to watch that bud grow and develop into this beautiful flower that opens up. And that analogy is true for us. We are not broken because we're not fully developed yet. We're here to learn. We're here to be strengthened and refined. We're here to grow and develop into something that blossoms into beauty and just carries in it that divinity of that all creation has. And I just want you to help that child that was struggling to feel that they were enough, or struggling to feel that they were worthy of love. Just want you to help them understand that development process, that they're already enough. They've just got a little bit more growing and developing to do. And that's why we're here. So you don't have to see that as less than. It's just a step in the process. And they're just in the early stages. And you, as you talk to that child and hold that child, you are the one that gives them all the love that they need when they're not feeling enough. You are the one that they've been waiting for. You can introduce them to the truth of who they can become and why they're here and who they serve. And you can give them all that love that they may not have felt at that time, whether they received it or whether they didn't receive it. We all have times and situations where we may not have felt loved or have felt that we were worthy of love and good things. And so you can be that person for them now and reprogram those faulty beliefs that they received. And if you're not a Christian, that's fine. Do it how you need. If you're a Christian, what I then would do is actually spend time with Jesus and just repent for those faulty beliefs, because they weren't from him. They're things that we have taken on board in our childhood, not through any fault of our own, but we've believed them until now, and it's influenced us till now. And so as an adult, we are responsible for what we believe now. And so we can hand that over and repent for that. And it's really incredibly powerful to ask for that forgiveness for believing those lies. And if you're not a Christian, I invite you to try that experience anyway and just see how that feels for you. But it's a powerful thing that we can now do this healing work and love our child, our inner child, as they needed to be loved then. We can actually, there's no time. God doesn't have a time, doesn't have, we can move back and forward through time, and we can give our inner child what they needed then and repair those misbeliefs and the doubts and fears. And it's incredibly powerful work. And I would love for you to share how that felt for you. If you're keen to do more, if you have other things that came up for you that were a bit different, because our negative beliefs, whilst they all run along similar lines, they'll all be a little bit different. And one of mine was because my not enough stuff was, even if I'm perfect, it's not enough. It's not enough. And I was the perfect student at school, and that's what I knew how to do. I was very academic, ironically. Now I work in this space, but I was very academic, and that was the thing. Even if I went to school and did my best and was a perfect student and got amazing marks, it wasn't enough. It didn't feel. I still felt like I wasn't enough, and I wasn't worthy of love. And so I now have that opportunity, knowing what I know and knowing that I am a child of divine heritage, and I can go and fix that and talk to her and explain all the truths that I've now learned. And I've received really amazing visions and healings through doing this work, and I invite you to spend time exploring it. And if you're not sure what those deepest things are in childhood, you can try journaling, like automatic writing. You can just spend time talking to your inner child, like go and sit with her or go and sit with Jesus and ask him. And I'd love to hear in the comments of any of your experiences, or if that helps, and how you feel now. And I am completely sharing my own stuff, but in the hope that it touches and helps other people. And so I really hope that it's resonated for you in some way, and it's helped you and take a step towards healing and wholeness in some way. And I hope you have a beautiful, glorious day. The sun is actually shining here, so I'm going to go and just be thankful for that and be thankful for healing, because I've received a lot of really powerful healing through doing this work, and I hope you do too. And I'd love to hear from you. All right, have a beautiful day. God bless.